cartel operations.
As for Sheriff Mikesell, he has some advice for other jurisdictions. Even though marijuana will be legal across Canada, he says traffickers will still look for gaps.
If you are going to do it, make sure that you have all your laws in place before you force it in.
Because if laws are too loose, he says, people will keep finding a way to make a profit from pot. Briar Stewart, CBC News, in Teller County, Colorado.
Finally tonight.
I have been through bad times like you, but remember, tough times never last. Tough people do.
No doubt you've heard that saying before, but never quite like this. That was 21-year-old Jaquise Ruffin talking to WKMG-TV in Orlando, Florida. He was reading from a letter his mom received back in 2009. It was from the owner of a music store, James W. Jones. Ruffin's mother was ill, and she was struggling financially, as were a lot of people during the recession. She owed money on an $810 trumpet she bought for her son, who was 13 then and playing in a school band. Jones wrote to tell her the debt was forgiven and to keep the instrument, asking only that if her son stopped playing, she return it so it could be given to another deserving student. Jones also mentioned that maybe someday, when things were going better for her, she'd be able to help out another student. Jaquise didn't know about the letter until he found it recently.
For me, it was a really surprise. It was really nice for somebody to even do something like that. So it really touched me in the heart. I almost cried like reading the letter.
Jaquise Ruffin posted that letter on Reddit, and that started an online conversation about stepping up to donate instruments for children. It's something James Jones still believes in. He's encouraging anyone inspired by his letter to head to a music store, buy a good used instrument, and give it to a school. That's The World at 6 for this Thursday, May the 24th. For CBC News, I'm Susan Bonner. Thanks for listening. Have a good evening.
Good evening, I'm Robert Zimmerman with an update from our Vancouver newsroom. We are learning more details about a daycare at the center of a deadly accident in Mission. A young girl who was almost 2 managed to wander out of the home yesterday and into a neighbor's backyard pool where she drowned. Fraser Health says Melissa's Bright Beginnings childcare was cited for several violations during a surprise visit earlier this year. One of those violations was having too many children under 3 years old.